You know he died. That's how it always ends. They die. I mean, that's the only way you get out of this place, is you have to die. I mean, I knew it was going to happen, but not at the beginning. At the beginning, I thought he would live. We were hoping he would live. That's why we brought him into our house, is because we thought he would live. We thought he'd get strong and move out, start a life. But he didn't. He died. In his bed, with me lying next to him. He wasn't a family member. He wasn't a relative. He started off as a stranger. And then he ended up being my friend. His name was Chuck. He lived with us for 2 years. He was an acquaintance that we knew from church. Then he got cancer. And his family kicked him out. 47-year-old man. Stage 4 colon cancer. He had 4 major surgeries before he ended up living in the park down by the airport in Las Vegas. He called for help. This man we barely knew, who detailed our cars, was living in the park, homeless, no place to go. What would you do? My husband went down to check on him. He was 118 pounds and had been beat up pretty good. They'd stole all of his drugs. The only thing he had left was his shoes, pretty much. His clothes were pretty ragged. So I said, bring him home. He lived with us for 2 years. He had his ups and he had his downs. We thought he was getting better and getting stronger. And then the cancer would come back. 2 rounds of chemotherapy, a round of radiation, 9 major surgeries, seizures, strokes. I saved him every time. Took him to most of his doctor's appointments. Held his hand. And then he died. Would you do it? We found out that most people would not do that. We were judged. Why would you do that? Why would you let him in? He's a total stranger. He's a homeless man. You don't know anything about him. And we were judged. And sometimes harshly. And sometimes by myself. Why am I doing this? This is crazy. It doesn't feel good. It doesn't feel right. But yet, I kept serving. My family kept serving. My girls kept serving. My husband. Then I got the neighborhood involved when it became too much and too many doctor's appointments, and I felt like I was drowning. And my sweet neighbors came to the rescue. And the leader of our church came to the rescue. And with this little tribe, we gave this man who had nothing for most of his life. One of the main reasons why I did this is because within the first 2 weeks of him living with us, I told him, I said, do you know you have autism? And he says, autism? I didn't know I had autism. And I said, yeah, you have autism. So I went and got him tested. And lo and behold, he was autistic. This 47-year-old man who never knew what was wrong with him, why people called him an idiot and stupid and dumb, why he couldn't figure life out, why he felt like sometimes he was a 7-year-old. I'm very familiar with autism. My daughter, who will be 28 in July, is autistic. High functioning, beautiful human. One of the most extraordinary humans there is. And within weeks of Chuck living with us, I knew he was autistic. And that's why no one had given him a chance. That's why he would bounce around from place to place. He didn't know how to take care of himself. And now he was dying. We tried to give him the best 2 years of his life. I hope that was enough. I miss you, buddy. I miss you.